The first episode of the following holoseries was originally commissioned on Lothal and released as Luxury Out of Lothal, a Chandrillan Starline story. It was recorded during the rule of the First Order, and the first episode was released. Due to the events that transpired on the Starcruiser, the Halcyon, however, the subsequent episodes were never released. Now that the First Order is no longer in power, this episode is being re-released and will be followed by the rest of the holoseries. Cecily Maka, Director.
I'm Nelay Indrill of Lothal, obviously. The local station wants a holo of our trip, so we're working on recording one. What trip? Oh yeah, that would be good to explain. My family and I are going on the 275th anniversary trip of the Chandrilla Starline Starcruiser, the Halcyon. No, not my whole family. I'm going, obviously. I love to travel, historically. I was born and raised on Lothal, but my mom is from Naboo and my dad's from Coruscant, so we did a lot of traveling to those places when I was a youngling. After school, I worked for Star Tours. You know that touring company? But you remember they had those issues with that one pilot, Rex? Well, after that, my dad convinced me to start running my own tours on a ship that belonged to a friend of his. We called them Starlight Tours. Did you ever hear of us? Well, anyway, those days were so much fun, touring people all across the galaxy. Until the crash.
I was on that ship when it crashed, and it was pretty bad. I was traveling with my girlfriend at the time, and let me tell you, that was also pretty bad. We'd actually just broken up, but we still had to travel home on the same tour. Awkward. And then the crash. My ex-girlfriend, we'll call her the Crate Dragon, and I got off the ship, but she just kept screaming and crying. And then, across the way, I saw a cute tour guide running back at the ship. She started digging through the wreckage, and there was fire shooting out of everywhere.
2 Utah teenagers who were traveling with their cousin told me he was still on the ship. So I ran back to look for him. I wasn't having very much luck on my own. Then Timothy showed up. I told him I was looking for a Utah man. I listened closely until I heard a sound that wasn't just fire. Then we worked together and we dug and dug until we pulled Mubo out.
So we dug him out and carried him over the wreckage to his cousins. The Crate Dragon threw herself all over me, apologizing and all that, saying that we should be together because she couldn't imagine her life without me, which I mean, I understand. But I ended up stuck with her for a few more months. I didn't want to be a total sleemo, but when the Force gives you a window, you should take it, and I should have too. But the Force did give me the cute tour guide's comm code, so that was awesome.
So Timothy and I exchanged contact information. When I looked in his eyes, I knew there was something there. But he was going off with the Crate Dragon. That's what we call his ex. So what could I do? If the Force wanted us to be together, we'd be together. Do you hear that Loth Wolf? No, we don't need to go inside. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. So I stayed with Mubo and his cousins until help arrives. Turns out, Mubo's a droid builder on Batu. He even has a shop there called the Droid Depot. Mubo and I stayed in contact, and when Timothy and I got married 2 years later, Mubo sent us R921. We call him Arnie. Of course Arnie's going on the Halcyon with us. You know the Halcyon is even making a stop on Batu to celebrate their anniversary. I'm hoping we'll get the chance to catch up with Mubo.
Spoiler alert, Nelay and I did get married on Naboo, where her mom is from, and it was a beautiful wedding. I cried, she cried, everybody cried. And just before that, Nelay stopped being a tour guide so we could actually settle down. We lived in Naboo, and I loved it. Until Emia was born, and I love her But then we had to move to Lethal, where Nelay's parents live now. Nelay never quite got over that crash, and neither of us wanted to risk it if we had younglings.
So I became an Arabesh tutor on Lethal. Between the old Imperial schools and the new First Order, sometimes reading and writing falls through the cracks. Not that I'm criticizing the Order, of course.
No, she won't criticize the Order. You know her dad runs White Star Widgets, and her grandfather started the company? And White Star Widgets has a lucrative contract with the First Order and the Empire before that. So, I don't know how much they like the Empire or the Order, but they're good for business. But I'll tell you, our daughter doesn't go to the schools they've set up. Nelay teaches Emia reading and writing, all the Orabesh letters, along with lots of other kids from around here. Nelay's mom, Erisat, teaches Emia the rest.
No, Emia doesn't go to the First Order schools. I'm a teacher, and my mom was trained as one as well. There's no need. Yes, my mom, Erisat White Star, is going on the Halcyon with us. She loves spending time with us. She loves spending time with us, and she has nothing but disdain for Lethal. Why is everything named like that, she says. Lothcats, Lothwolves, Capital City. She was raised on Naboo. Everything was better on Naboo. But she'll take a luxury cruise with us wherever we're going, even Batu.
Did you know Erisat attended Padme Amidala's funeral? Cool, right? She was only 8 years old at the time. It made a big impact on her. She loves Padme, and she shared that love with Emia, so Emia wants to be just like Padme when she grows up. I don't mind. Padme worked hard to preserve freedom.
Of course Emia's going. We're not going to leave our youngling at home while we tour the galaxy. It will actually be Emia's first time in hyperspace. I've resisted taking her off planet because that crash still haunts my dreams. But apart from traveling and hopefully meeting Mubo, which she's wanted to do her entire life, Emia really pushed to go on the Halcyon Starcruiser because her favorite performer will be there. Do you know Gaia? She is such a space diva, but Emia loves her. And have you heard her Hanananea song? It gets stuck in your head and will not get out. Hanananea.
I'm Gaia's biggest fan. I'm excited to see her on the Starcruiser. Hiya, 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 nanea, nananea, anea.
Oh, my dad, Trebor White Star? Yeah, he's not going. He's too busy at White Star Widgets. He was going to come, but they got some more orders, so he had to cancel. You know how it is.
That's not it. Yeah, White Star Widgets got some more orders, but not like that. You know Chandrilla's Starline is under investigation by the First Order. Well, Trebor thinks going on the cruise with them would be bad for business. He might be right, but I don't care. He's invited me to work at White Star, but factory life really isn't for me. Especially not factory life that is so orderly.
Yeah, Timoth won't work at my dad's factory. He says he likes running the agricultural supply store. He gets to talk to all kinds of people all day, and he says he likes the freedom. I just tell him to be careful. We don't want to be shut down by the First Order. Our best tutoring doesn't make that much money on Lethal.
Nelay's been stressed by the increased First Order presence here on Lethal. This vacation will be good for her. You know what? It'll be good for us all. The Halcyon is at least sympathetic to the Resistance, so hopefully there won't be a lot of First Order supporters on the ship.
We leave in a week. I'm already packed. Actually, I've got all of us pretty much packed and have had us packed for about 2 weeks. I cannot wait to get away from all the stresses and the stormtroopers and just relax on our luxury cruise. I've just got a couple things left to pack and then we're free. I can't wait.